Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know that my last 3 videos have been like super gloomy, just because I've been going through like a lot, but I wanted to do a different kind of video today because I have a lot of really cool ideas, I feel like, and I want to share it with you guys. I really like making videos, and I also like making like tinctures and like elixirs and things like that, and so I thought I would share some recipes. The recipe that I have today is actually for like a salve, and it is for your vagina. Basically, the purpose of the salve is to tighten and tone your vaginal walls. So this is kind of just for women. If you're a guy, you know, feel free to take notes for your girlfriend, I guess. But so I actually learned this recipe a few years ago from an Ayurvedic medicine book, and so it is an Ayurvedic type recipe. A lot of these ingredients are from either Asia or India, so if you are going to use these ingredients, you are more than likely going to have to purchase them online from a vendor out of the country. Well, and that's where I've gotten all of my ingredients for the most part. So I'll go over the ingredients, and then I will show them to you, and then I'll also show you how I make it, because I make it into a salve. And how you use it is you apply it to your vaginal walls, and you can do it daily. Basically how I've done it is I did it daily for like a month, and then after I did it daily for a month, I no longer needed to do it daily anymore, because I feel like I reached I feel like I didn't need to use it daily anymore at that point. And if I don't really want to ask my boyfriend to like confirm for me, but it does work. Like it definitely tightens your vaginal walls, and then it also helps balance your pH. Like if you have yeast infections or if you get bacterial infections a lot, one of the ingredients that I use is witch hazel, and it's really good for keeping your pH balanced, and so it keeps your vagina healthy, which is really important. So I've had 3 kids, and after I had 3 kids, you know, I was just really self-conscious about how I felt, I guess. And then it's also really important because it heightens your arousal, I guess. I definitely noticed that it made me just a little more enthusiastic about performing, I guess you could say. So if you are having issues like with lubrication, like if you're not able to get lubricated well, if you are feeling like you're losing your tightness and Kegel exercises are not working, or if you're just having an odor problem, this recipe will definitely help you out. And like I said, a lot of these ingredients are outsourced. Like you do have to buy them online because they are shipped from either Asia or India, except for the witch hazel. The witch hazel is really the only thing that you can get in the US, and the coconut oil. But I'll go over all the ingredients with you and just kind of explain how I make it, because it's really easy to make, and a little bit will go a long way. Like a little bit will last you 6 months, and honestly after you use it for 6 months you really won't need it anymore, because it kind of, I guess, heals it. I don't know really how to explain it, but you just don't have to use it consistently after you use it for a while. And so what I use, I don't know if this thing will zoom in or not. Yeah, there we go. So I use Dickinson's witch hazel, and I use the one with rose water in it. The reason why is because rose water makes you smell good down there. And I know this sounds crazy, but whenever you use like rose water like as a douche, it makes you smell kind of like a rose. And so I think that smell is really important, especially if you are very sexually active and you want, you know, you're gotta perform on you. You want it to smell good, you want it to taste good. So my preferred witch hazel is the one with rose water in it, just because it does enhance your smell. The next thing that we're going to use is black cohosh. I get the extract for the black cohosh. Can you see it? And you can actually get this at the vitamin shop. You don't have to get all crazy with it. So this one's a little bit hard to find. It's Casip Fatima, and it's not zooming in there. Oh my gosh, but it's like backwards. Oh shit. I don't know why it's backwards. Okay. It's Casip Fatima, and this is a capsule. What this is for is it's used to constrict. So it's going to constrict your walls and make them tight, which is what we want. This is actually really common. A lot of people have probably heard of this, and it's freaking backwards. Or maybe it's because it's my viewfinder. I don't know. And I can't really pronounce it well. I think it's Puraria mirifica. Maybe. I'm probably not saying it right. But people actually use this to help enlarge their breasts. It has a hormone, or it actually has an adaptogen in it that helps boost your hormones. So this is kind of what's going to heighten your arousal, but it also has properties that tones your vaginal walls, which is important. So I also used coconut oil. This is going to be the base for our salve, and the reason why I use coconut oil is because it's an antibacterial and an antifungal. So it's going to keep any bacteria, any fungal, basically at bay. And so if you ever feel like you're getting a yeast infection or something like that, you can use this recipe and it'll like clear it up. Okay, and so this is weird. What am I just, oh, I just smudged it so you can't even, ugh. Okay, so this is oak gall. Oak gall is like a ball on a tree. I don't know really what oak gall is. I ordered this from India. And it's fresh. It's apparently from a 2019 oak gall tree. And it's important to get fresh oak gall for this. And oak gall does basically the same thing as the Casip Fatima. It constricts. So it's just gonna shrink you up, which is good. So this recipe basically shrinks you up. It tones it, which is going to be last longer. You know, like if you use it and then you have sex like 30 minutes later, it's gonna feel really good, but some of the ingredients is what helps the elasticity so that it lasts longer than just the immediate results. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how I make it, and then what kind of little container that I put it in. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna just get all this lined up so you can see everything that I'm doing. And this is what I use to stir it with. I use this coconut oil only for this recipe because I like double dip, I guess, and I don't want to get any of these ingredients in like my family coconut oil, I guess, because that'd be gross. So I put my elixir in this little container. You can see it. Oh, sorry guys. And basically it just keeps it sealed so it doesn't like expire, I guess. So like you can see, this is the witch hazel. I just want to make a comment about this. This can also be replaced with apple cider vinegar. They basically have the same concept. Apple cider vinegar is like well known for tightening vaginal walls, but so is witch hazel. I just prefer the witch hazel because it has the rose water. Honestly, I think that the witch hazel just enhances the smell more so than the apple cider vinegar, because the apple cider vinegar does give it a vinegary odor, which is kind of gross if you ask me. So I'm going to start off with this, the this stuff right here, can't say it. So these are capsules. So what I do is I just open up the capsule, and I'm going to move this so you can see me. So I just open up the capsule and put it in here. Oops. So it's simple enough. Well, kind of. I use one capsule, and like I said, this little portion that we're going to do in this will last me for about 6 months. So all of these ingredients total probably cost me about $60, but I mean, it'll last you for a long time. I mean, of course, check the expiration dates. So the next thing we're going to do is the Recipie Fatima. Ugh, it's not zooming, whatever. So, and this is also a capsule, so we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to pour the capsule in here. And I just want to make a few comments, like, you don't have to have all of these ingredients. Some of these are hard to find. I got these two from Thrive Market. You have to have a membership for Thrive Market. So these two were from Thrive Market. This I actually found on Amazon, but you have to be careful which provider or brand that you're using. This is a really great brand, a great company, and I trust them. It's called Barlow's Herbal Elixirs. I would not purchase Recipie Fatima from anyone else, really. Okay, and so we've already added these two, and we're going to do the black cohosh. So I do 2 ml of black cohosh. And just a little disclaimer about the black cohosh, it can be used alone, like by itself, as a aid to tighten your vaginal walls. So can the witch hazel. If you want to do like a witch hazel douche, it does the trick. But this recipe is basically for long-term results, not just a quick fix. Okay, so I've made it into like a little okay. So I'm stirring it up. And so it's going to look disgusting. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. And also, just something else that you can do, and this is kind of cool if you would like to, is this right here. Before you put in the coconut oil, soak this in a tampon and insert that into your vagina and let it sit for a few hours. And that's basically, like, honestly the best result. Like, that is extreme maximum results. But you just have to be careful, because whenever you put medication in your vagina, it's basically the same thing as ingesting it. And so each of these can react to your hormones. So you really want to be careful about using the tampon method, because you don't want it to like give you an overload of estrogen or an overload of progesterone or something like that and kind of mess your hormones up. So I would not leave it in for any longer than 4 hours. And so we're going to add the oat gall, and I just do like a teaspoon basically. And like I said, this is going to look disgusting, and you're going to be like, I don't want to put this in my vagina, and you don't have to. But if you decide to, you and your partner will not be displeased. My boyfriend doesn't know I'm making this video because I feel like he's going to think I'm a weirdo, but he could definitely advocate for it. Because like I said, I've had 3 kids, and so I know like everybody says, nothing like that alters the way your vagina feels, but I feel like it does. And that's just the honest truth. So we're going to make it into a salve now. I'm just adding my coconut oil. You don't have to use coconut oil. I've also used avocado oil as well. I just like coconut oil better. And it's kind of hard. You really have to mush and mesh to make it into like the salve. And so what you're going to do after you get this is you're going to rub it on your vaginal walls as far as you can, because you really want it to reach all areas, I guess. And you're going to leave it because you want your vagina to absorb these herbs so that it'll make the maximum effect. I'm really making a mess with this. Can you even see? Goodness gracious. Okay. And like these products, you can get most of them. Ugh, I'm making such a mess. You can get most of these from Amazon, but just like I said, check the reviews, because you want to make sure you're getting what you're looking for. You don't want to get like a sugar pill and be sticking it up your cat. You know, that's not cool. Just make sure you do the reviews. All of these brands that I'm disclaiming right here are my trusted and preferred brands. Oh, but the oat gall. The oat gall is hard to find. So, I honestly ordered mine off of eBay, but I can't remember the name of the seller, but it had really good reviews. So, and this is what it's going to kind of look like whenever you're done. Really gross looking. Like I said, all you do is you just rub it on there, let it soak. I would not have intercourse within the first hour, only because it feels like kind of gritty until it's completely absorbed into the vaginal walls. But yeah, that's basically it. And like I said, I did this for a month. After a month, I didn't really need to. I did this every day for a month. After a month, you no longer need to do it every day. You can go to weekly, or you can go to, or like I said, you can go to weekly, or you can go to, after you do weekly, you can go to monthly. And that's all I've got for this, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps. Just so you know, I plan to do a aphrodisiac brownie recipe next. That is also a like an Ayurvedic recipe that I learned. And it's really efficient if your partner is not as sexual as you are and you're wanting to kind of induce their sexuality, I guess. Basically, if you want to make them horny. I have a recipe for brownies, and I actually did this to my boyfriend, and he called them roofie brownies, which is not an appropriate term because it doesn't put them to sleep. It just kind of heightens their arousal. And it's just basically a really cool recipe that I would like to share with you guys. And so, like I said, it's called aphrodisiac brownies. That's what I'm going to be doing next. And then maybe I'll make like a kombucha recipe also. I don't know. I have all kinds of cool stuff that I want to show you guys. Ew, and I'm making such a mess with this. This can get messy, so just so you know, I wouldn't do it on your kitchen table like I did. Maybe like lay a tray down or something, but get a little tin can to put it in, and it doesn't have to be stored in the refrigerator, but I stored in the refrigerator just for preservation. Ugh. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching.